Okay, make 21's high, burn around in a right turn.
She wasn't responding.
Okay, his flare.
Kind of.
Okay, I got another target over good out right now. Real low. I'm still on its...
I just flared.
Okay, I'm... Fuck. This guy's got my tail again.
Someone just hit my T-51 with a missile.
Yeah, I'm merged with multiples.
That's right, I'm on the runway.
1-1. 254. Обнаружена новая цель.
I'm hit. I'm dead. God damn.
Удаление.
I got guns on a target on a MiG-21.
Grayson, how you doing?
I guess all the targets I saw were enemy then.
Sorry,
I saw
thanks
like
for
4
just
at one
tapping
point.
me. And hey, what are you doing over there?
I was high. Oh, hi, man.
You got any fun projects lately?
I have this project I want to do, but I don't have enough money to pull it off.
Yeah, there's two MiG-21s over the field right now.
I want to build a hybrid. I want to build a hybrid VM.
Fox 2 times 2.
Desktop. And I'm going to use Unraid to do it, which is going to be fun.
What do you mean by hybrid VM?
Okay, I don't exactly understand all of the little mechanicals, but it basically allows you to stick physical hardware, like a graphics card, a keyboard, a mouse.
Like PCI pass-through?
Yeah, exactly. Same difference.
Ah.
Yeah.
Do you probably were still around when I made that dual head gaming computer. Do you remember that?
MiG-21's on final at Godard. He's gonna actually land.
I do not remember that.
When I first started dating Mayros, I had an old computer that I had 2 video cards in, and I ran Zen on it, and I passed through one video card to one VM and another video card to another VM, and then had 2 different monitors plugged into the 2 different video cards. And then I plugged in 2 sets of keyboard and mice and audio DACs and passed them through to each respective VM, and both of us could play games on the same computer at the same time.
You know, you might be right. There may have been you probably did do this. This is using something, they built technology, well, they didn't exactly build it, but they made it better than, everything's basically point and click. And that's how they set it up. I could plug in 2 keyboards and it would do USB pass-through right now.
What's it called?
The operating system is actually called Unraid. It's super proprietary because it uses its own little RAID system. It uses a file system called BRKFS or something very close to that.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
Yeah, good old Unraid.
And that's actually how I run my Plexer, because I run it inside the Docker, so I don't have to worry about too much.
Oh, Docker. I've enjoyed my adventures with Kubernetes lately.
And what the hell is it doing way, or this is really awesome way?
I actually think it's pretty cool now. I'm eager to learn more about it. My next adventure is going to be setting up external cloud providers, which is not difficult, it's just horribly documented.
254. 1-1.
I'm still kind of surprised you guys ended up going onto AWS for backup clusters.
Well, we haven't yet, we're just talking about it.
I thought you guys already bought all the reserved instances.
Yes, we did, but that doesn't mean we actually intend to do it.
Wait, after dropping that much money on it, you might just let all those reserved instances sit there?
Yep.
Fuck me.
Just to give you an idea, hosting at Indeed is less than 1% of our operations budget. So
Fuck me.
they don't give a fuck what we spend money on.
I never thought Indeed would be making that much money.
Oh god, dude. Our like outsourced recruiting, we charge so much for it. Like the product teams actually really have their shit together. I've been going to some of like the project education sessions lately, just so I can like, you know, have an understanding for the context of everything we're doing. And yeah, we have the best recruiting platform in the world by far. The distance between us from a feature and usability and RTO standpoint between like us and LinkedIn Hired or us and Monster, it's huge. There's a huge gap. We're just beating the shit out of them in pretty much every way. Feature-wise, user satisfaction-wise. I mean, I think that people are a little naive, thinking it's going to last, you know, without us fixing our operational issues. Because eventually we're going to stop growing, and when we stop growing, people are going to care what the hosting bill is.
Okay, Grayson, upgrade me on who you have been. Now, who are you working for now?
I work for Indeed.com, the world's largest recruiting platform.
That is going to be, that, I imagine that's a very interesting job.
Yeah. We do some stupid shit, but it's a good place to work.
Can you push on Sakumi again?
We still use Cobbler for provisioning, even though we have close to 4,000 hosts globally. We outgrew it like probably 3,000 servers ago.
Okay, enough said.
Oh, actually, I took an interesting picture today that you both probably would appreciate.
I'm still
Yeah,
slightly
I'm
jealous.
Months
Well, I shouldn't say jealous. I'm bummed to the fact that I wasn't able to get in and work on that.
You're gonna try
That
that
is truly the scale that I've been wanting to work on for a while.
So I kind of beat our recruiter over the head, and he's actually being responsive now. We could totally try again if you want to.
Yep, right over the airbase.
A little bit longer because I don't want to quit so close to getting my bonus.
Fair enough.
Straight for them, us on the tarmac.
So Apple, what are you doing? Just kind of curious.
Software
He's right now
development.
running south.
I need you here, Arkansas. Please move.
He's climbing now.
No. I just moved
I'm
to
looking at the
Texas.
right guy.
I moved about 20 minutes away from Darkside.
Okay, friendly over Sakumi. Any friendlies over
Oh,
Sakumi
okay.
other than me?
I do understand.
You
That
need to
is
not
the...
poke.
Oh yeah, it's fucking... Jesus fucking Christ, Google.
We got explosions going on.
No poke.
Okay, it's in the aeroplanes channel. That is our new Hadoop cluster.
Fuck.
No.
That's just
Damage still
Hadoop,
up.
nothing else. Just Hadoop.
Wait, how many... Is it just that one row of servers, or are there multiple?
It's just those 2 rows, but look at how fucking long the left one is.
Are those all hard drives on the left-hand side?
Those are all hard drives on both sides.
right side looks a little empty. Or the base
It's
looks
the
empty.
newer style Dell hard drive chassis. They're very simple compared to the old ones that you're probably used to seeing.
So there's still
Every
use 12 drives per U, or are they stacked inside, so 24?
the current ones are 12 per U, but the new ones we're going to are going to be 24 per U. It's 12 per 2U. The new ones are going to be 24 per 2U, so it'll be 12 per U.
See, what I really need is a RAID expander, because if I had a RAID expander, I could expand my unRAID storage into, like, I want to get, like,
Okay, splash
somewhere
one
between
over
a 3 and a 4U drive enclosure for a RAID system.
Just say fuck it and use Ceph.
What's that?
Ceph is a distributed block storage system. That's what OpenStack uses for shared nothing clustering storage.
Okay, F5,
and also key value store.
Runway 30 Sukumi, I'll land on the right.
I need to get a real gaming rig thing.
Yeah, so do I. I'm running on my same 8350 that I've had for about 3 years.
I've got the rig. I need the case, because my rig does not have very good airflow going through it to cool it fast enough. It's got one 120mm in the front and two 80mm in the back.
80, come in at 10,000, drop it 3,000.
You built that machine fairly well then.
Drop it a little bit short.
No. It should have way more fans than
F5
that.
on short final now, runway 30.
So that makes the network nerd in me very happy. That is so much beefier than our other data centers network core. But the shitty thing is it's in one rack, so if we ever lose that rack, it's toodles to Hadoop. Granted, Hadoop's not exactly like business critical. Unless we lose data in it, then it's very business critical.
Wait, that's everything?
That is, yeah, basically.
That looks light for the amount of servers that were there.
It's a spine and leaf. This is the networking rack for the spine.
Got it. And then each one has its own switch.
Those are all... Every single fiber cable there is 40 gigabits.
But I mean, it's 40 gigabits to the rack, and the rack has 10 gigs out to
well,
the server.
it's 80 gig. It's actually technically... So again, this is... these are the uplink switches, and then 2 of them are spine switches, and then every 4th rack switch in it, which is a 48 gigabit per second switch.
Yeah, go.
And then each rack has 4 40 gig connections, 2 to one switch, 2 to one top per rack switch, and then 2 to the other. And then every server, depending on what its job is, either has 2 10 gig connections or 4 10 gig connections.
So when you guys do your stuff in the cloud, are you going to be doing a speed performance comparison?
Yes. So this team just got told that they should put their stuff in the cloud, like, because they have to build another Hadoop cluster. They have to build a backup cluster to basically duplicate the one they have right now. And that was the one I told you the other day that's going to be like in the hundreds of millions of dollars per year, or getting close to hundreds of millions of dollars per year. You can see why now.
In AWS or in
AWS. What it would cost us to run it for 1 year in AWS is like 1/4 of what we would need to just outright buy all the hardware.
Well, I'm kind of wondering, like, okay, you guys are doing the reserved instances and whatnot, but if it's truly just a backup cluster...
So we've got another one.
Oh, but I mean, if they have to buy the hardware, they wouldn't have it if you needed to spin it up overnight.
Yeah, no, that's the issue. We are so big that when we go to AWS and say, hey, we want to buy, 80,000 of these reserved instances, because that's what it would take to duplicate the performance of the hardware we have right now, they tell us, okay, we'll have that ready for you in 6 months.
Okay, F5 departing runway 30.
Like, we're so big that even Amazon is like, Yeah, actually, we can't just give you servers magically.
So
No.
they're like, wait a minute, we need to build another data center.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's so fucking ridiculous.
I mean, this Hadoop cluster, though, like, honestly, ever since I've started kind of going to the internal education classes and stuff, like, this Hadoop cluster is the reason that Indeed makes as much money as it does. Like, this thing informs every single...
Sound muted.